From sunny Sierra Vista, in the shadow of the third base dugout, it is the home of the Buena Fighting Colts as they are taking the field for, I believe, what will be a national anthem presentation here as we are live on the award-winning Cool FM Sports for this presentation of the Catalina Foothills Falcons taking on our Buena Fighting Colts. They're doing the starting lineups right now.
Yep. Looking forward to this game. This weather is so nice.
Yeah, Jeff Davenport, John Berger hanging out with you here. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description. I'm not sure why. Is there going to be a flag that flies somewhere down there? It looks like everybody's facing.
Wow. Oh, right over
outfield.
There. Yep.
Oh, there it is. I see it. It's off in left field. Deep left field is where the flag is for the national anthem that will be played here momentarily as we get going for this presentation of Buena baseball. My gosh, it's baseball season here in Sierra Vista, and we're excited to be here to cover it for you as the Colts are out in the field getting ready to take their positions. They've asked us to rise for the playing of the national anthem, and that is what we will do right now and pause for our anthem. When you hear that national anthem played at baseball fields all across our great nation, there is nothing like it to make you feel like you are ready to play ball. And we are ready to play ball here at Coppola Field as the 6-2 Catalina Foothills Falcons take on our 7-3 Buena Fighting Colts. Both teams 0-0 in conference play. Neither has had a conference game thus far. Buena in the 5A Southern, Catalina Foothills in the 5A Sonoran. Interestingly enough, Catalina Foothills normally gets off to a fast start. They average 9.5 runs per game early in this season, where 4.5, half of their run total comes in the first 2 innings. So it will be up to Buena to make sure that they keep the damage to a minimum from the pitching mound, which is where we will see number 21. And of course, it's windy out today, and my papers are going all over the place. Alec Leyva, the 6-foot junior, will be the pitcher for the Colts as he is warming up right now. Now, Buena, on the other hand, they average 6.9, almost 7 runs per game. So in the average run per game category, Catalina Foothills has the edge over Buena. And as this game goes along, John, since we have a one camera shot for you, John will follow the ball when it gets hit in the field, and I will let you know what's going on as far as, players rounding whatever and heading home. But John will be tracking the ball the entire time as we are here at Coppola Field at Buena High School for today's game.
The weather is unreal. Everybody's out. You got your short sleeves and you got some people in shorts. It feels like it's 75 degrees right now. It's really nice.
And like I said, the wind, not good for notes, but that's all right. I can't see. Is that number 21 at the bat?
Let me look.
I believe that's, if it is number 21, that's Austin Cushman leading off.
He's a beast. I would not doubt it. Yeah.
He's a senior, shortstop and pitcher. As he gets in, takes a ball. The left-hander at the bat. against the right-hander. Leyva on the mound from a full windup, evens the count at 1-1. So 78 degrees at the time of first pitch. Might be a little bit chillier because of the heads up. Anybody over there? Nope.
No. Right into the little...
Fouled away. 1 2 strikes, the counts. To Austin Cushman for Mountain View. Or I'm sorry, Catalina Foothills. And that is a ground out. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong information here. It's so hard to balance everything. Austin Cushman is on the mound for Buena, I should say.
Pitching, yeah.
Yeah, Austin Cushman is the batter, and that was number 21 who was at the plate for Catalina Foothills. That was Alec Leyva. It was 21 versus 21. I had the right names, just wrong positions. And now at the plate is Nate Shoemaker for Catalina Foothills, the Falcons, sitting at 6-2. The ball away.
I wish I'd brought my glove. This looks like we're going to get a couple foul balls with that.
It's possible in this spot right here.
Perfect spot.
But your job, John, because you are on the camera, is to protect the phone at all costs. So if there is a line drive, you will put your face in front of the camera to protect. And that is 4 straight balls by
Cushman.
The Buena pitcher Cushman, and that will send Shoemaker to first base. So a 1-out walk. That will bring up number 11, Gannon Dwyer, another senior for Catalina Foothills, and another left-hander. So 2 of the 3 first batters, lefties, in the lineup for Catalina Foothills. Just a small leadoff by the first base runner.
The Catalina Foothills guys are making me laugh. They got some good
chants.
Yeah, stuff. Groans is more like it. They're making some funny jokes, but I like it.
Yep.
It's the best part of baseball, the humor.
And that will be low. Evens the count at 1-1 with 1 down. Runner on first. Jeff Davenport and John Berger here in the top of the first. We are ready for some baseball here in Sierra Vista at Coppola Field. Glad you're joining us. Make sure you leave us some love in the live chat. That's a grounder. Gets hit and past the second baseman into center field. The runner will slide into third and is safe at third. And the batter ended up taking a wide lead off of first base, but gets back. And so, runners on the corners with 1 down for Catalina Foothills. A great shot there towards second base and a good chance to turn 2. Did not happen for Buena as that ball took an odd bounce on the dirt right at the second baseman, going straight to center field. And that will bring up number 9, Cooper Kruk. 6'2" senior, 200 pounds. A corn-fed colossus at the plate.
Related to John Kruk, huh? You remember that?
There could be.
He was a big dude.
Well, the most famous John Kruk interaction was with Baseball Hall of Famer pitcher Randy Johnson at an All-Star game, where Randy ended up throwing a ball that kind of blew him back.
Yeah.
And John was interviewed after that, and it was, the ball went like over his head, and he kind of, he touched his hand to his chest, and they asked him afterwards, they said, so what was your plan, during that at-bat? He said, well, my plan initially was to get a hit, but after that first pitch that Randy threw, my plan was to survive. I struck out, but I survived, so it was a successful at-bat, as far as I'm concerned, in the All-Star game.
Man, he's one of my all-time favorite. He probably is my favorite pitcher, actually.
And I can't go wrong with that. And again, a big deep fly ball to right field, snagged by the right fielder, but tagging from third is number 3 Shoemaker, and he will score. It is 1-0 Catalina Foothills on that very long sacrifice fly. And now a pinch runner coming in as number 11, Gannon Dwyer, will end up going to the dugout for Catalina Foothills. That is 2 down now. So 2 outs. Runner on first as number 7, Jacob Bergthold, comes to the plate Another 6-foot senior from Catalina Foothills. Wherever this game finds you today, hope you've had a good St. Patrick's Day. Hope you've had a fun day in green.
Yeah, back in the day, I don't know, St. Patrick's Day was always a bunch of silly hijinks at baseball games in Seattle.
Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch. Austin Cushman on the mound for Buena.
Wow.
Another big swing on that high heat coming in hot.
So would you call that what they're doing when they're making those cat sounds? Would you call that a cat call?
No. Chatter is what we call it. A little chatter.
They're making cat noises over there, man.
And 3 straight strikes thrown by Cushman gets his team out of the top of the first on the defensive side, but not before giving up 1 run to Catalina Foothills. So Buena will head to the dugout, and we will see their offense in the bottom of the first. In the meantime, we want to say thank you to our fantastic sponsors who make this coverage possible. Thank you so much to SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community, which ended up sponsoring Jeff Davenport. Checking in with Jeff Davenport just a little bit ago about the COCHISE 48-hour film competition. You can see that video on the Cool FM Facebook page. Are we now being shared to Cool FM Facebook?
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. So we're there, so you guys can join us there. And thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, Cochise County, backed by MORSE. And, of course, at MORSE, sponsored a Checking In with Jeff Davenport a little earlier today for the Copper Classic, the 42nd edition of the Copper Classic coming to Buena High School this Saturday night. If you want to see people in the peak shape of health, it is amazing to watch these competitors and do what they do by posing and all the work, all the effort that's been put into it. We had a good talk with Chris Bettencourt about that, and you can see that on Cool FM. Thank you also to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Whether you're looking to buy, looking to sell your home or land, you can trust the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. It is Gannon Dwyer who is on the mound for Catalina Foothills. That is why he was the base runner on first, who ended up getting substituted for a pinch runner. And he will be on the mound.
Number 21, Cushman, leading it off.
Yeah, so
not surprised. I interviewed him in October. Jared and I did. And he bats like nearly 500. He's incredible. He's already got a scholarship offer to Cochise Community College. And he's looking to move, see if maybe he can get a little bit better, but we'll see. Ooh.
Watch as the first pitch go by. High heat, or I should say heat on the outside part of the plate. Austin Cushman, the senior, shortstop and pitcher, obviously on the mound, gave up 1 run in the top of the first. Here in the bottom of the first, he is the leadoff hitter for the Colts. That pops up way high. Shadowing it is the second baseman going out and getting it. Wow, marking it down. This wind's kind of swirling up high and moving my papers around. If you hear the papers shuffling, that's definitely the reason why. Coming up next to the bat is Bryson Haymore, the senior for Buena High School.
Some of these walk-up songs. Jeez. Yeah, let that wind go, man. Jeez. Camera's going to jump.
Bryson watches the ball high and away. A 1-0 count from the full pitch. Big swing on a breaking ball down in the dirt. Evens the count. 1-1 with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And that goes inside. Good eye, but I mean, I don't know how you see that. That is just coming so fast. That fastball is lightning coming from the arm of Catalina Foothills. Big swing. You can see the catcher pointing at his pitcher, saying that was the spot. That takes the count to 2-2 for Bryson. And that will get fouled away, out of play, off the first base side. Bring it back, get a snack. No, I don't know if that, I don't know if that counts.
That'd be cool.
2-2 count.
Ooh,
and that gets fouled right at us. Right at us, John. Right at us. Oh, John, you missed it. It was right in front of you. How could you not catch it right there?
If I had just stuck my fingers to that fence, I would have caught it.
I know. Yikes. Bad throw back to the pitcher. Don't make your pitcher work more than he has to. Especially not Gannon Dwyer. We know how good Gannon is on the mound for Catalina Foothills. If you're watching us from Catalina Foothills, let us know in the live chat. There's a shot to left field. That goes over the left fielder's head. Haymore will round first, get into second. A stand-up double for Bryson Haymore with 1 out. He points back to his team. And that ball went all the way to the fence.
Yeah.
A great shot on a 2-2 count, hanging in there. So many balls getting fouled off and then hanging in there waiting for his pitch. He found it and he drove it, and it went a country mile.
Did you see the contrail on it, or a little flame behind it? He hit that sucker so hard, man.
It was pretty wild. And now coming up, the man who leads the Buena High School Fighting Colts in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, fielding, and wins and losses. It's the one and only Angel Olivares swinging at the first pitch. The 5'11", 190-pound senior leads every major category here for the Colts with 1 down, runner on second. Here in the bottom of the first. That ball goes all the way back to the fence.
I parked super far away because of how many times I've seen people's cars get hit. Like, I don't need that. I'm going to park behind a van.
That is probably a good idea, John. Pitcher checks the runner on second, and a breaking pitch. My goodness. Watching that as strike 3. He was not expecting that breaking pitch on the outside part of the plate. It is 2 down for the Colts. They have a runner on second here in the bottom of the first. As number 13 for the Colts, Brandon Brown comes to the plate, the 5'11" senior. And time is called by the third base coach. Not exactly sure what's going on, but Haymore having a conversation with the third base coach now. Possibly an injury of some sort, or either way, they talk it out, and Haymore will go back to second base. The third base coach will return back to his third base coach box here right in front of us.
Well, I haven't played baseball in a million years. This mitt, you notice that the base runners have a mitt now for sliding.
Protects their hand, and that must be something newer, or I don't know if it's allowed in.
No, I see it in pro baseball. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching that. And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Protects their hands. I mean, their hands are the thing that holds the bat.
Exactly.
So, oh my goodness, that catcher framed that pitch about as good as he possibly could, but it is ball 1 here in the bottom of the first. 2 down, runner on second. Brandon Brown at the plate, watches the other ball go outside and high. From the arm of Gannon Dwyer, the pitcher for the Catalina Foothills team. Currently sitting at 6-2. No conference games just yet. They've been doing tournaments. Wow, that pitch looked a little low, a little outside, at least from this vantage point, but the umpire had the better view. 2 balls, 1 strike, and there are only 2 umpires, I believe, on this field.
Yeah, you're right.
That will even it up, even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner on second here in the bottom of the first for Buena at the bat at Coppola Field. Framed the pitch yet again. The count is full for Brandon Brown, double B, at the plate. The pitch. And watch as ball 4 go high, and that will be a 2-out walk. A lot of times these 2-out walks can come back to haunt you. And so number 27 for the Colts, Nathan Whitworth, will come to the plate. 5'11 senior. Comes to the plate for Buena.
You got to wonder why some people pick the music that they do. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, man.
Swing and a miss. Big swing by Nathan. 0-1. Here in the bottom of the first inning. It is 1-0 Catalina Foothills. Woo! That's a shot to left center. It bounces in. 1 run will score. Rounding third and holding, and a double in for big. Nathan Whitworth gets a double and an RBI at the same time, tying the game here in the bottom of the first. It is 1-1. The 2-out walk comes back to haunt Catalina Foothills. Now, Buena runners on second and third. As a pinch runner comes in.
Really?
Yeah, I believe Nate is the catcher. So he probably needs to go get dressed and get ready for the top of the second inning.
So there's no, you can just swap people out? I don't know rules on this kind of stuff. I know in pro baseball you can't just...
Yeah, those who are available on the bench,
Okay.
they are allowed to be swapped in as pinch runners.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Gives everybody a chance to get on the field.
Well, but it's more of a courtesy to the catcher who can come in after getting that big sliding double.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. That's number 28. It's Kai Erlmeyer, another senior pitcher and outfielder. So Kai in the hole, 0-1. And now watches that fastball on the outside part of the plate go by, called strike. 0-2 for Kai. Runners on first and second in a 1-1. I'm sorry, runners on second and third in a 1-1 game. That pops up straight into the air, into the sun. I don't think he's going to get there. He doesn't. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Kai has a stand-up double, driving in 2, giving Buena a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Wow. I mean, this is a great team to be putting up runs like that in the first inning.
You have to, because as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, this team from Catalina Foothills scores 9 runs a game. They've averaged so far in the 8 games they've played this season. The problem is half those runs come in the first 2 innings. Ooh. Luckily, Buena held them just to 1 in the first. We'll see what happens at the top of the second when we get there. But in the meantime, Buena is putting some aluminum to the leather here at Coppola Field with a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the first. It's called strike. 0-2 the count to the batter for Buena. Watches that go outside. Who is that at the plate? Isaacson. Okay, Cole Isaacson at the plate. I didn't catch his number as he walked up, but there's Cole. But now short grounder to the second baseman, and he will bobble it and get there. And they will send the runner home. He makes it home. 4-1, Buena.
And he took second.
And Cole, by that hard grounder that popped off of the dirt right in front of home plate, having that high bouncing ball go to second, I think he might have outrun it anyway because of the air time, the hang time that ball had.
Well, it bounced right off his chest, and he couldn't handle it. It was like he mismanaged his glove.
Well, those short hoppers that come in, you have to make a decision as a fielder. Do you come up and get it while it's still in the air, or do you wait for it to come to you?
Right.
The correct decision is always go to the ball.
Yeah.
The second baseman did not have that in his mind and was waiting for the ball to come to him, because when it's there, it can take an awkward bounce, as it did on the second baseman, causing the error and then the call to send Kai all the way around. Makes it 4-1 Buena here in the bottom of the first.
Man, if you're watching online, and just remember, you can come out here in person. There's food out here. There's plenty of seating. There's lots of people. It's a good thing to be getting out.
Don't know what the
doing.
Admission charge is. There is an admission.
I think it's $5. $5 for admission, and you can go to the softball game next door if you get bored at the baseball game.
Both games happening simultaneously here. Buena baseball and softball is number 18. I believe that's Hunter Herbert, a 6'4" senior.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
A lot of seniors on this team. Watches that go outside. 2-0 the count.
Is he a first baseman? He's got to be.
He's listed as a first baseman and pitcher.
Yeah, he can stretch all the way.
And they throw back to second. Cole slid in just fine. That's a risky throw, especially when you're down by 3 runs here in the first.
They must have a monster for a catcher.
Yeah, no fear. Wind is picking up.
Yeah.
And they call a strike. Hunter literally threw his bat and was ready to take the walk to first base, but the umpire had a different idea. Called a strike. It's 3-1. And that's going to call 3-2 at the knees. Full count, 2 down, runner on second. 4-1 lead for Buena here in the bottom of the first. And that will be ball 4. He will throw the bat. And another 2-out walk by Catalina Foothills. The first 2-out walk came back to haunt them. What will this 2-out walk do as Aaron Cortez comes to the plate? Second base and shortstop, sophomore for the Colts. That's a called strike, high up in the zone, but a strike nonetheless. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them in the post description. That is a flamer right over the head of the first baseman. That will stay fair. That will score 1. And Hunter did not keep his head up. He rounded second, but did not keep an eye on the third base coach, who was waving him to come around. But another run scores. It is 5-1 Buena in the first. 2-out walks come back to haunt Catalina Foothills. As we are back to the top of the order, we have batted around in the first. Number 21, the pitcher, Austin Cushman, at the plate. Watches that ball off the arm of Gannon from Catalina Foothills. Go in for a strike. 0-1, 2 down. Big swing, throw back to first, and bobbled by the first baseman, but luckily he kept it in front of him. It did not run away on him, or else that would have advanced the runners. We have 1 in scoring position with runners on first and second. Cushman, before he comes back to the mound, will have to take a cut at the plate, and that is over on the first base side, and that is how the first inning comes to an end. But not before Buena gets 2 big 2-out walks that end up resulting in 4 runs for the Colts as they lead 5-1. We head to the top of the second. And as we do that, we want to thank our sponsors who make this coverage possible. Thank you so much to BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, serving our community since 1963. Thank you to the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County with physical therapy clinics and all sorts of there are clinics in Hereford and Douglas and Bisbee, providing the highest quality of services and pay for outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with them today. If you want your grass looking even greener than the grass here at Coppola Field, you need to trust the experts at Grasshopper Landscaping. Damon, Marie, the entire Trejo family and team ready to help you. We know spring is trying to spring. Spring is trying to sprung.
It's doing it pretty.
It has spranged. I don't know. I mean, it was pretty chilly this weekend, but yesterday was nice. Today, nice day, but breezy. But we know that the temperatures will be warming up, and we're going to be spending a lot of time outside, and you will love being able to do that in a brand newly landscaped front yard or backyard, and you can have that outdoor space become an outdoor paradise when you make one phone call to Grasshopper Landscaping. Let them come out, and they will show you exactly how they do it. We are in the top of the second inning. As I attempt to flip my pages, number 2, Brady Zhang, senior at the plate for Catalina Foothills. Austin Cushman still on the mound with a very nice 5-1 lead. One and one the count to number 2. That's fouled back to the fence behind home plate. There were a lot of cars in the parking lot here because in addition to this baseball game, there's also a Buena girls softball game happening at the exact same time today. You get a 2-for-1 deal if you stop on by here. Cheer on our home team, Buena Fighting Colts. That's Brady Zhang, fights off that pitch on the inside, right on the hands, takes a swing, keeps the count at 1-2. His team down by 4 runs. You can't get all 4 runs back in one swing when you're the leadoff hitter, but you can start something that can make it happen. And we know how dangerous this Catalina Foothills team is in the first 2 innings. Ooh, and that is a shot to right field. That is fair. The right fielder comes around, scoops up, throws it back in, and that will be a leadoff single for Brady Zhang for Catalina Foothills. And we'll bring up, as soon as he turns around, I will see his number. He's waiting to get the call from his third base coach.
4.
It's number 4. It's Bryce Wiege, the 6-foot senior for Catalina Foothills. He plays second base, shortstop, and pitches. So Bryce watches the first pitch go by. It is 0-1 in a 5-1 game here in the top of the second inning. I know we don't have the banner running across with all the scores and sponsors and things like that, so try to do my best to remind you of what's coming. Here's a ball coming right at us here on the third base side, just outside the Buena dugout. You throw the ball in. The umpire will take a look at it, see if he wants to save it, but the count is 0-2 to Wiege. Cushman from the stretch. Oh, what a gorgeous pitch for strike 3. What a fantastic cutter that ended up clinging on to the outside part of the plate. 1 down, 1 off here in the top of the second.
Huge smile after that strikeout. That was awesome.
That's going to be another called strike right down the heart of the plate. I believe this number, I just can't see these numbers on the front side, especially when they're a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Makes it a little more difficult to call, but we'll see him in just a second as soon as he makes a turnaround. If he does. Is it number 6 or number 8? That's the question.
Yeah,
that's either,
I think that's 8.
That's either Parker Jacome or Dylan Douglas. I want to say it's Parker. I want to say it's number 8.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The pitch goes high. So 2-1 the count with 1 down, runner on first. In the top of the second, in a 5-1 game, Colts taking a commanding lead. And boy, you could not paint that pitch or frame that pitch any better than what the Buena catcher tried to do. Instead, the count is 3-1.
No way.
Takes a cut at it. That'll go foul.
Jeez.
Did that hit the
light bleachers pole? Right behind us.
Oh, hit the bleachers. Oh, okay. So runs the count full with 1 down. And another big cut by.
That one's out on the.
Big number 8 Parker, 6-foot senior. Austin Cushman still fighting from the mound. And that ball will go in the dirt, and that is a tough walk to pick up. A 1-out walk will put runners on first and second here in the top of the second. So instead of the third base coach giving a signal, he ends up giving a number that the players look down at their wrists to see, like Alec Olivas does, the 6-foot sophomore for Catalina Foothills, who is at the plate right now. So almost like a quarterback has the, he showed bunt and pulled back. It was a called strike, 0-1 the count with one down here in the top of the second. So what he did was the third base coach gave him a number, and Alec looked down at his wrist rather than, touching your chin, touching your arm, touching your leg, sliding your hand, arm across your other arm.
Yeah.
Like all the cool signs, Catalina Foothills, they're just showing a number. They're saying, look at your wrist, like a quarterback would.
Let's make this easy.
0-2 count. Cushman ahead. And that is a big shot right past the shortstop. The runner will round second and gets held at third and almost had a chance to throw it back to third to get him out, but Brady got there just in time. It was a late hold call, but Brady, keeping an eye on his third base coach, did exactly what he wanted and made it back to safe in time. Bases are now loaded. As I said, when Brady came to lead off this inning, you can't get all 4 runs in one swing to tie this game. Well, now they can. The bases are loaded in the top of the second with only 1 out. Watching that ball go in the dirt is the left-handed batter for Catalina Foothills. I believe we're back to the top of their order with Alec Leyva, who takes a big swing. And will that fall in? It does. Bounces right in front of the center fielder. 1 run will score. No, they called to hold the runner at third, but he gets in safe. Parker slides in safe, ignoring the call from the third base coach, but because he was fortunate, the ball was off the line, then he was able to slide in, and just like that, they get 2 quick runs and have runners on first and second with only 1 out here in the top of the second. Catalina Foothills coming back. The lead is now 5-3. Big time play by Alec Leyva, number 21, the leadoff hitter, taking that pitch and driving it to center field. And that will bring up Nate Shoemaker. And that ball pitches in the dirt. Both runners will advance from first and second. Now it is second and third. 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run is on second base here in the top of the second with only 1 out. We discussed how dangerous the Catalina Foothills team is. They score 9 runs per game, half of which end up coming in the first 2 innings. And they have made a run at it here with only 1 out. And they've already put up 2 to make the score 5-3 as Buena calls time. We'll take time, just a quick second, to say thank you so much to our sponsors who make this coverage possible. Thank you so much to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista. Jennifer and the entire team there, they can take care of all your vehicle titles, registrations, driver's license, written road testing, and so much more. Just look for the pink door at 999 East Spry Boulevard. And remember, they are now open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I prefer going in on the weekends. I love it.
So runners on second and third. Tying run. The tying run sits at second base, or stands at second base, I should say. 1 out here in the top of the second. Just when it looked like Buena was going to be dominating this game, you just can't let it get away from you. Or you just can't not be reminded of how good this team is, this team from Catalina Foothills.
They're so good.
The Falcons. Might as well call them the Screaming Eagles here.
Oh, for sure. They're good.
Here in this top of the second inning. And he will watch that pitch go for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Runners on second and third. Shoemaker swings, and that pitch will go foul. Out of play on the right field side. And that will take it to 2-2, evening the count with 1 down. Glad you guys are joining us here today for our broadcast. And that pitch goes wide and low. And once again, does that load the bases? I think it does again.
Yeah, I think it does.
The bases are loaded once again. As number 11, the pitcher Gannon Dwyer can help his own cause here, going against his counterpart, Austin Cushman. That is a swing and a fly ball to left field. Left fielder going back, and it goes over his head, almost to the warning track, to the wall. And only one run will score on that play because the left fielder was able to get it in so quickly, and they weren't sure if he was going to be able to track it down because there was only one out. So they had to wait to see if the tag was going to happen. Any other time, had there been two, Buena is fortunate that there was not two outs, but another run scores, and it is 5-4. But now because there is still just one out, Buena has a chance to turn two with anything on the ground. Gannon comes out of the game, getting replaced by a pinch runner. As number 9, Cooper Kruk at the plate. 6'2" senior. A big boy. Big swing. That ball goes way high up in the air into the sun. I'm not sure if the left fielder or the center fielder's calling it, but the left fielder does get it. They tag it from third and second. So another run scores. It is a tie game here in the top of the second inning, 5-5. 10 runs happening in less than an inning and a half. This is springtime. This is baseball at Buena High School. And at the plate, this is Jacob Bergthold. Whether you're watching supporting Catalina Foothills or you're watching to support the Buena Fighting Colts, we're just glad you're watching. Joining us today, leave us some love in the live chat. As always, let us know where you're watching from. Low pitch. Gets to the second baseman, scooped up over to first, and that will mercifully bring this half inning to an end, but not before Catalina Foothills puts 4 runs across the plate to tie the game at 5-all as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Remember, there's only 7 innings in high school baseball, so every inning counts. And we want to take a moment to say thank you to Allo Fiber, your new home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to learn about the Allo Fiber difference and become a fiber fan, now available in Sierra Vista. And thank you to Right Way, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. They are working hard to earn your trust the right way and proud to support our local athletic broadcasts. Thank you also to SoCi. Every play, every pass, every goal this season, they're with us every step of the way at SoCi. They believe in rising to the occasion. When the pressure's on, they say challenge accepted. And we know that is exactly what Buena High School is saying as they're in the dugout getting ready for the bottom of the second. Visit SoCi.com for more information. You can see all of our sponsors in the post description.
Now, I've been told SoCi is hiring. Isn't that part of what they're...
there are certain positions that they're definitely looking for. So be sure to check SoCi.com and see. I mean, there are certain positions in the Vista area that they're searching for.
Oops. We are not going out of battery. Oh, yeah, dude. We got a battery pack all set up, and I figured out we can run battery through both. Oh, nice pitch. Was that the practice pitch?
It's Bryson Haymore at the plate for Buena here in the bottom of the second. Gannon Dwyer still on the mound for Catalina Foothills, arguing the pitch with the home plate umpire, or discussing the pitch. That is a big shot to center field. Center fielder going all the way back, looking up. It's gone! Bryson Haymore, as the team comes out to welcome him at home plate, giving Buena a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the second. A huge hit, a long drive over the 380-foot sign. That was well over 400-foot bomb by Bryson, giving his team a 1-run lead. That will bring up Angel Oliveras, leading the team in batting average, on base percentage, and so much more. The 5'11 senior sees that first pitch as a strike. And now, quickly, it's 0-2. And lets one go outside, so just 1-1, the count to number 10, Angel Oliveras. Boy, the patience there. You could see he was expecting a fastball, getting cranked up to swing that bat, but had enough patience to let the bat slow down just enough to get a piece of it. Now in the hole, 1-2. And that is strike 3, swing and a miss. As that ball goes around the horn. Big strikeout for Gannon Dwyer, who needed that K to get the first out in the bottom of the second here at Coppola Field in Sierra Vista, Arizona, in the shadow of the third base dugout where the Buena Fighting Colts are residing.
Bring the kids out. Bring the little kids. You know, we've got a whole bunch of kids just running around right behind us in the grass, watching their older brothers and sisters. This is a lot of fun.
Aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
And as Brandon Brown is at the plate for Buena, fouls that one back, evening the count.
Baseball
1-1
is
with one down.
Baseball is a family event, you know.
In a 1-run lead for the Colts off the major bomb by Bryson Haymore.
400 feet. That's ridiculous.
400 plus. That was easily 400. I think it was over 400. Huge home run. That is in the dirt. Evening the count at 2-2 with one down here in the bottom of the second. Buena leads 6-5. Great day to spend with the family here at the ballpark at Buena High School. Strike called on the outside part of the plate. Fights off that pitch. Again, according to the scoreboard, 2-2 with one down. Buena leads 6-5 here in the bottom of the second inning. And that is high. It was actually 3-2 was the count. So the scoreboard was incorrect.
It's nice that they've got a nice scoreboard like that. That's really cool for a baseball team.
When it's correct, it certainly helps the commentator, John.
Well, I can see the young lady that's running it right now, and I'm sure she's doing some conversing with
Nathan Whitworth at the bat, pops up really high. Is that going to stay fair? No, it's going to go just foul. So Whitworth comes to the plate with one out, one on. His team ahead by one. Here in the bottom of the second inning, 6-5.
The fans right behind us are really loud. They're having a great time.
Big swing and a possible hit-and-run situation. The ball gets passed, but because Brandon Brown was sliding in, he did not know how far past him the ball went, so was not able to advance, but that does count as a stolen base. So Brandon Brown steals second and gets in scoring position with one down here in the bottom of the second. Now it's up to Nathan Whitworth, 5'11 senior at the plate. The count's 0-2. One down. Lets that ball go high. From the stretch, Gannon Dwyer And that is a called strike 3. He thought it was kind of on the outside part of the plate, but that is the second out of this inning here in the bottom of the second. Kai Erlmeyer comes to the plate for Buena with a runner in scoring position, 2 down, 1 on in a 1-run game. Kai looking to make it a little bit more than that, giving his team another cushion. They led 5-1 after the first, and now lead 6-5 in the bottom of the second with 2 down. That is on the inside part of the plate, paints it perfectly. Called strike. Kai takes another swing. That will go to the parking lot.
Oh, man, that scares me so much. I don't think I've got insurance for that.
You don't have foul ball insurance?
No, I don't. I don't have bird insurance either.
And pitch outside. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Runner on second for Buena here in the bottom of the second. They lead by 1, but Kai wants to make sure you get a little extra cushion on this Catalina Foothills team. Swing and a miss. And Catalina Foothills gets out of the inning, but not before Bryson Haymore steps up and sends it about 410 to 420 feet out of this park to give Buena a 6-5 lead. We will head to the top of the third when Catalina Foothills will come to the plate. Thank you so much to our sponsors that make this coverage possible. Thank you to the one and only American Southwest Credit Union, serving Southern Arizona. If you live, work, or worship here, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Thank you also to SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. And to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by MORSE. A lot of horsepower over at the MORSE dealerships, and there have been a lot of horsepower in this game. 11 runs scored over the course of this first 2 innings between both teams. 6-5 is the lead for Buena. As it looks like Austin is still on the mound.
Buena's out here warming up with the football. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's something that you'll see a lot. There was a very famous baseball card of Nolan Ryan warming up with a football. I believe it was a Topps baseball card back in the day. And it was him throwing a football, warming up. It just helps keep the arm loose. He might be one of the relief pitchers, possibly who's going to come into this game. But you just stay warm, tossing the pigskin.
Oh, man. That's
instead of the hard ball.
I'd do that. I love throwing football. Jeez.
Big shot will bounce in to the right fielder. A leadoff single.
I think he put a dent in that ball.
Well, Catalina Foothills knows how to do that. Again, putting up 5 runs in 2 innings, not by accident. Catalina Foothills sitting at 6-2. Buena sitting at 7-3. Showing bunt is number 4, Bryce Wiege, the 6-foot senior.
Third baseman knew exactly where he was going.
2-4-5 is what the third base coach yelled out to Bryce at the plate. So again, they don't use those signals, the hand signals.
Ooh,
and he pitches it right up over where the third baseman would have been. A brilliantly executed play by Catalina Foothills. And number 4, Bryce Wiege, making the third baseman come all the way in and then chopping it right over the head where he would have been standing had he been in regular position.
Came up 2 feet short, just perfect.
That will put runners on the corners. No outs. Top of the third for Catalina Foothills. And another bunt goes straight to the pitcher. They throw it to second. They get the out there, and not enough time to get it over to first. We'll keep runners at the corners, but one down. Good job by Austin to be able to get up on that ball, turn around, have the composure to throw it to second base, get the force at second, holding the runner at third. Unfortunately, not able to turn two, but one down here in the top of the third.
He plays shortstop, so he's a really, really quick fielder. It's a lot of fun to watch him play. Jeez, what was that?
That was off the fist. I mean, that didn't even sound like it hit aluminum. It sounded like it hit the wrapping part right on the handlebar.
Oh, man.
Or the part where you handle the bat, excuse me.
Yeah.
Either way, number 13, Alec Olivas, takes another swing, and that'll be 0-2 with one down. This will be a big, huge out for Buena that they need. They need this out right here. Pitcher steps off the mound as the umpire says play. No balls, 2 strikes. From the stretch, throwing back to first, keeping the runner honest. It's a quick pickoff move.
Yeah.
Very good.
He's got quick feet.
Sets up the pitch. Hangs in there. The runner was going. They knew that runner was going. That's why they threw it back there at him. The count stays at 0-2 to number 13, Alec Olivas for Catalina Foothills for the Falcons team, sitting at 6-2 early on in this baseball season. Catalina Foothills representing the 5A Sonoran division, coming down to Buena High School, making the trip down to Sierra Vista. And he did tip it. Wow, he did tip it. You could hear it from here. He is hanging in there, is Olivas. This count remains at 0-2 with one down, but this would be a huge out here.
It's the nice thing about those metal bats is you can really pick up the sound.
From the stretch, the pitch. Hanging in there, just fouling everything off. 3 straight foul balls. This out will definitely be an earned one by Austin Cushman on the mound. It is a battle between Cushman and Olivas. Who will win here at 0-2? Watches that one go into the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cushman from the stretch, runners on the corners. 6-5 the score. Tries to get a breaking pitch. It goes high. Evens the count, 2-2. Austin takes a look back at the runner at first. And the pitch. And that is a fly ball to the right field side. That goes foul again. This is going to be a very difficult out here to try to get out number 2. If it ends up being Olivas, that is out number 2. The tying run on third here in the top of the third. The pitch. In the dirt, he watches it. What patience at the plate. 0-2 with 3 straight foul balls. Runs the count full.
I mean, this is the number 5 team in the state. Did you know that? I mean,
but that is a huge strikeout for out number 2. Big time K by Cushman brings the second out of this half inning of the top of the third. Runner on third is the tying run, but runners on the corners for Catalina. And that ball will get past the first baseman. The game is tied, and the right fielder will throw in. Runner will advance to third standing. Runners on the corners again, and we are knotted at 6 with 2 down here in the top of the third. Just like that, the thrill of getting that hard-earned strikeout followed up by a sharp ground ball that just edges past the first baseman's outstretched arms. And just like that, we're all tied up at 6 apiece. What an offensive showcase we're seeing today at Coppola Field at Buena High School. As that ball goes low to number 3, Shoemaker back at the plate for Catalina Foothills. With all these papers blowing around, I realize why I'm so excited whenever we do a game indoors. But unfortunately, there's no indoor baseball stadiums in Arizona other than where the D-backs play.
I'll bring a clipboard next time. That'll help. I've got one in the car.
Watches that ball go low. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Runners on the corners for Catalina Foothills, 6 all game in the top of the third. And that's a shot, getting past the shortstop, straight to center. A 1-run lead for Catalina Foothills off of that fantastic base hit by Shoemaker. It is 7-6, Catalina. And that will bring up number 11 for Catalina Foothills, the pitcher, Gannon Dwyer, going against his counterpart, Austin Cushman. That is a called ball. My goodness. Not sure exactly where the umpire saw that one, but he has the better angle than we do. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. 1-0, the count with 2 down. Runners on first and second.
Where did that go?
Picks up. That ball goes straight up into the air, deep center field. I don't know if he'll get there. He won't. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. As Gannon Dwyer goes into third, and he is safe. A triple for Gannon Dwyer, hitting that ball all the way to the fence, and it is a 3-run lead for Catalina Foothills in the top of the third. Just when you thought Buena could get out of this inning without any more damage in a tie game, then it became a 1-run game. Now it's a 3-run lead. 15 runs scored in the first 2.5 innings. This will bring up big number 9, Cooper Crux, 6'2" senior. And a called strike on the outside part of the plate with 1 runner on third. Pinch runner coming in for Catalina Foothills. It's number 20, Cole Pritz. That ball gets fouled to the backstop. 2 down. A runner on third. And that lead for Catalina Foothills.
Those kids are having a great time.
And that's a shot off the mound. It ripples off the mound. We'll score another. Catalina Foothills in double digits, 10-6, with a runner on first and 2 down in the top of the third.
Yeah, that just hit the mound and just nearly shot. Well, it wasn't straight up, but it went at 45 degrees.
Right back to the mound. Those are some of the scariest plays you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Are the ones the comebackers at the pitcher who doesn't have enough time to get his glove up when that ball is 60 feet and 6 inches away, technically much closer as the pitcher's momentum is carrying him forward several feet. Home plate umpire making a lineup change here, I believe. I'm not sure, of some sort, but either way, number 7, Jacob Bergthold, 6' senior, coming up to the plate for Catalina Foothills.
Nice.
Check swing, called strike. 2 down. Top of the third, 10-6. Catalina Foothills over Buena. This has been a slobber knocker back and forth. That's it. Oh, yes, I was waiting for the call. I thought that was a gorgeous breaking pitch right there. 0-2 the count, 2 down. On Jacob Bergthold. Can Austin Cushman get out of this inning? And that is a short grounder to second base, scooped up, thrown over to first, and mercifully, this inning for the Colts comes to an end, but not before 5 runs cross the plate in the top of the third, pushing the Catalina Foothills lead 10-6. Bottom of the third coming up, but we want to thank our sponsors. You can see them in the post description. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home or land, you can trust Sherry Ethel, Dion, the entire Sherry Ethel team over there at Long Realty. Make your first call to your real estate experts over there at Long Realty. Thank you to BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, serving our community since 1963. Thank you to Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County with clinics in Hereford, in Bisbee and Douglas, providing the highest quality health care for you and your family. Make sure you stop by and see for all of your health care needs, Copper Queen Community Hospital. Thank you also to Grasshopper Landscaping. Whether you're looking to do some hardscaping this time of year, maybe you're looking at some artificial grass. Artificial grass is something that can save a lot of water and a lot of time watering and a lot of time cutting. You don't have to cut it. It stays the same all year round, but you'll get the best quality artificial grass from Grasshopper Landscaping, where you'll always find quality from the ground up. We head to the bottom of the third. It is 10-6 with Catalina Foothills over Buena. John.
We put in some fake grass, I was just going to say, and we started golfing off of it. We got some of that really, really thick stuff that you get from, I can't remember where it comes from, but Grasshopper Landscaping, thank you so much for putting that in. You can just golf right off of it. Whatever you need, they can do.
They make that possible. They have, putting green, artificial grass available. So Buena will come to the plate here in the bottom of the third, down by 4. 10-6 the score here at Coppola Field. Buena Colts with a 7-3 record. It's hard to believe there's been 10 games already. This is the 11th game of the season for them.
They did have a doubleheader last week, and then they played 3 games.
There was a big tournament that they were at the Lancer Invitational.
Yeah. Oh man, and they lost to the number 5. What was it? Number 2 or either this is the number 2 or the number 5's team. But they played them CDO, and they lost by 1. But huge game. What a great effort.
Well, they'll need to put up some effort from the plate from here on out. Down by 4. You can't make all the runs back from the leadoff position, but you can put your team in a good position to get something, as number 18 is on the mound for Catalina Foothills. So Gannon Dwyer's day on the mound will be done, and number 18 is Ronan Renayon Mims, 6'2" junior for Catalina Foothills. Mims on the mound. It's a foul coming out over here. And just by the batting cages on the left field side where we are. Planted just a few steps away from the Buena dugout. It's popping up. It's coming.
Am I going to get it?
Yeah, nope, it'll be over your head. Right there. Boom. Yeah, it is. It's swirling, man. But you're doing a good job. Having a chat with Nate Shoemaker from Catalina, third baseman.
That's the thing is, like, all these kids are just out here playing baseball. It's
Whose
not
sunglasses
like
are these, by the way.
I've seen they've been out here all day.
Oh, okay.
All day. Yeah,
somebody left them out here. Somebody left a pair of sunglasses just hanging here. Watch that pitch go outside. 1-2 the count. As Cole Isaacson at the plate. And he watches another one go by. 2-2 the count. Oh, no, they're saying hit by pitch.
Oof.
He got hit, so he will head to first base. Ball went in the dirt, but must have scraped him as it went by.
Yeah.
So Cole gets the first the hard way. And that'll bring up big Hunter Herbert, 6'4" senior. We saw him throwing the football here right in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, in his hand, that football looks about like a baseball. So
he's a corn-fed colossus for sure. A big boy.
We got to get him on the football field. Jeez.
Double H, Hunter Herbert. Hey, sometimes people are just made for one sport.
Yeah, I know, but.
Or maybe he does track or something else. Well, I guess track would be the same.
Track would be right now.
Right now during baseball season, so that wouldn't work.
Maybe soccer, maybe volleyball. Who knows?
Yeah, I think boys volleyball is in the spring, isn't it?
It probably is. Yeah. I am not from here. Can you tell? I don't even know what sports are being played in what season. It's not like Washington.
I can't keep up with them because they go by so fast. That's the problem here. So we reset. No outs, runner on first for Buena here in the bottom of the third. They're down 10-6 at the hands of Catalina Foothills today. That pitch painted on the inside part of the plate by the catcher. No dice from the ump. It is 1-0. Now evens the count of 1-1. Big swing. Hunter Herbert, first baseman, pitcher, a 6'4" colossus. He'll watch that one go. 1-2 the count now. Looks like the scoreboard operator forgot to do anything here. Nope, it's not 2-1, it's 1-2. Flip it around. Hopefully they're watching. And that is a swing and a miss and a big strikeout. Hunter Herbert not able to get on that one. That is one out here in the bottom of the third. 3, is that Aaron Cortez at the plate? Takes a swing, and that goes to second base. They won't throw to first because the runner was, or they won't throw to second because the runner was going. They get the force out at first base. So just like that, it is 2 down. But there is a runner in scoring position, and we know what happened in that first inning when there were 2-out walks that happened a couple times. Buena put up 5 runs. They've scored 6 overall, but they put up 5 in the first. Can they make it happen again? Oh, called strike. Pitch at the knees of Austin Cushman. Buena's pitcher. From the stretch, the pitch in the dirt. Evens the count, 1-1 with 2 down. Where's in the bottom of the third?
Where is this team based out of? Are they out of Tucson?
Catalina Foothills is a Tucson-based team, yes.
So, do they deal with wind like us? Like
they could. Tucson gets breezy and had some rough weather this weekend as well, just like we do. Doesn't affect it as much. The mountains are a little bit further removed in Tucson, getting the mountain wind effect. Yeah. But there's still winds there from the Catalina Mountains, where Catalina Foothills is based from, or the Rincon Mountains, or Mica Mountain, depending on how far to the east you go in Tucson. Swing and a miss, but the ball was in the dirt. That'll force a throw to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. And it is almost a 1-2-3 inning, the fastest inning we've seen all day long. And that will take us to the top of the 4th. Catalina Foothills gives up no runs in the bottom of the 3rd. They still lead 10-6. Thank you all for watching today's broadcast, the award-winning Cool FM Sports, bringing you this game along with our fantastic sponsors like Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check out their website for all of their deals and all of the things that they do, all their services waiting for you. Anything the DMV can do, Ginger's can do better, and you will leave with a smile on your face because of Jennifer and her team. They are the best in the business at everything they do, and you can experience that yourself for all your vehicle title registration needs and so much more. Look for the pink door at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Thank you to Aloe Fiber. Visit aloefiber.com to learn about the Aloe Fiber difference and become a fiber fan. It is now available in Sierra Vista, so check out aloefiber.com for the details. Thank you also to Right Way. You know, spring is trying to sprung, and we're changing over those heaters to the AC. And if you need AC done the right way, you need Right Way Services, earning your trust the right way, from heating and cooling to plumbing and electrical, supporting all of our local sports broadcasts. We go to the top of the fourth. Catalina Foothills comes back to the plate. Austin Cushman stays on the mound for Buena as Catalina leads 10-6.
Man, we got a football game going on right behind us. A game of
A little youth football going on.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Man, that's the stuff that I remember so much about baseball as a kid. It was not as much about the games, but the stuff that happened at the games.
Quarter past the hour of 5 o'clock here in Sierra Vista, Arizona, and the Pacific Standard Time Zone. 76 degrees, according to the iWatch. Temperature dropped a couple degrees here in the last few minutes. And that is a strike called at the knees. As number 2, Brady Zhang, comes to the plate. Watches another ball go by. 2-1 the count in this 10-6 game. 16 runs through 3 innings. It's been a barn burner here, a slobber knocker back and forth between these two teams. Both of them very high scoring teams. Catalina Foothills averages 9.5 runs a game. They're already ahead of schedule there. And that ball gets driven into center field. A huge leadoff single by Brady puts a runner on first with no outs here in the top of the fourth. Glad to be bringing you this game here. As always, please leave us some love in the live chat and let us know which team you're rooting for and where you're watching from. Always love getting that information. Jeff Davenport and John Berger with you at Coppola Field in Sierra Vista's Buena High School. And pulls back. The bunt was Bryce Weege, who was the young man who ended up showing bunt, pulling back, and chopping the ball over the head of Buena's third baseman.
Yeah, that was such a cool shot.
Executed brilliantly. I don't know if that's going to be an infield fly rule or not. The umpire did not call it, but that is a high fly pop to second, and then the throwback trying to put up a double play there. No dice. But that's one down for Catalina Foothills here. Sends number 18, Ronan, to the plate, who came in to pitch. 6'2" junior. It's big swing and a miss. Beautiful fastball right down the heart of the plate. There's some serious heat on that ball. You can almost hear the torque in his arm.
I know.
I mean, you can almost hear it from here.
Yeah.
How hard he's throwing. 2-0 the count. Now 2-1.
I think when we interviewed him, he said he can throw 91 miles an hour. I would not be surprised if it's faster than that.
Yeah, I talked to one of the assistant coaches at Buena High School, and he did mention that there were a couple of players who can throw in the low 90s, several in the mid to high 80s, which is absolutely incredible feats of athleticism.
Yeah, my arm would fall off at the shoulder.
Big swing and a big strikeout. So now 2 down, 1 runner on, as number 13, Alec Olivas, who ended up fouling off 1,000 pitches the last time he was up at the plate, extending that inning. And the shortstop not able to make the play. Ball goes into center field. Runners on first and second with 2 down. Angel Oliveras read that ball a little bit wrong, not able to be in the right spot. Didn't shift to the right area. Maybe the ball took a bad hop in the dirt in front of him. But either way, it got past him.
Yeah, our field wasn't this nice when I was growing up. This is well manicured.
Big swing on that high heat. Two one, 21. Alec Leva at the plate. And that's a called strike. 0-2 with 2 down. If Buena can get out of this top half of the fourth and get a little momentum going in the bottom of the fourth, we can make the last 3 innings something special. Ooh, and that is a blooper right there in front of the catcher, who pulls it down, guns it to first for the 3rd out of the inning, and Buena gets out of the inning, giving up no runs. So 10-6, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Thank you so much for watching this broadcast of the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Jeff Davenport, John Berger with you here at Coppola Field in Sierra Vista. And thank you to our sponsors who make this coverage possible. Sponsors like SoCi, Challenge Accepted. Join them in backing our favorite Cochise County teams, because together we are unstoppable. SoCi, supporting our community, supporting our team. Learn more at SoCi.com. Thank you also to the American Southwest Credit Union, serving Southern Arizona. If you live and work here, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates, personalized service, and so much more at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community, federally insured by NCUA, equal opportunity lender. You can check the post description for all of our fantastic sponsors that make this coverage possible here at Coppola Field. Coming up on about 5:21 on a beautiful St. Patrick's Day. How was your St. Patrick's Day? Mine was filled with a little disappointment, because I went to Culver's today thinking that it would be a mint flavor, having a green flavor. No, it was not the flavor of the day. So what I said was, from the drive-thru, I said, look, I'm the custard critic, and I will have a mint-flavored flavor of the day. You will put mint in the flavor of the day, which was Oreo cheesecake, a very good flavor of the day.
That's pretty good.
So I added mint to that just to make it green, because that's what, as your custard critic, I had to do that for the Custard Critic universe, for the Culver's universe there, doing that today. Absolutely delicious lunch there. But yeah, so I've got green in my belly, and I'm wearing a little green right here, wearing the salute to service from the Arizona Cardinals, little hoodie here that I got.
I totally forgot about it. I knew about it. I knew it was this weekend, but I did not realize what day it was.
Well, it is Monday, March 17th. And that is a shot to third, backhanded, throwing all the way to first. My goodness gracious. Number 4, Bryce Weege, backhanded, set, threw a strike to first base to get the runner at full speed. I believe that was Bryce at the plate who had that shot. Bryson Haymore.
Oh, that should have put him on base.
So man, 1 swing, 1 out.
What a great catch.
Here in the bottom of the 4th. Angel Olivares comes to the plate. Shows bunt, but my goodness. I mean, that
drilled him in the shoulder.
Yeah, after it hit the bat in an awkward position. Either way, it's 0-1 with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th, a 10-6 game. Both of these teams end up getting off to a quick start, and then their run production slows down as the game goes along. So I think, hit on the shoulder. There was no I don't know if there was protection there on that part.
He doesn't look like he's happy. His shoulder.
Yeah, it did not hit. He had the protector on his elbow, but I don't think he had it on his shoulder, and it was his upper humerus that got hit.
Golly. Like right there where you don't have any muscle. It's like not protected. Oh, gosh.
You forget. These kids are young. They have muscles everywhere.
Wow. You can dead arm a person by punching right in that spot between your tricep and what is that, your deltoid, and it just hurts like crazy.
Either way, you could hear the thud from here.
I know.
That was a thunk. It just kind of sunk right into his arm. Puts him on first base with 1 out as number 13 for Buena comes to the plate. Brandon Brown, double B, 5'11" senior. That is a strike. 0-1. 1 down. Bottom of the fourth, Buena down by 4. Only 7 innings in high school baseball. And that is 2 hit batters almost in the exact same spot.
It is.
So 2 on with 1 out, both the hard way.
Oh, man.
And some control issues happening for number 18, Ronan Mims. 6'2" junior, who did great in the last inning.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the third. Now here in the bottom of the fourth, plunking 2 straight batters with 1 out. Runners on first and second for Buena, with Whitworth at the bat for the Colts. Mims from the stretch. High pitch, 1-0. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible. Again, you can see them all in the post description. That is a down the right field line.
Go.
Is it fair?
Yeah, it definitely is.
It is called fair. Buena will score 1 on a stand-up double by Whitworth.
He could. Oh my gosh! I mean, there's plenty of time there. Good shot.
So, cuts the lead to 3 with only 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Colts. The Colts wearing their light blue pinstripes. That's Catalina Foothills wearing the dark blue, the navy, almost the Buena blue jerseys. It's funny, it's Buena, so I'm used to seeing the Buena blue, which is the dark blue that Catalina Foothills is wearing. But
yeah, it's a little bit of a trick of the
Buena has like a paisley blue. A baby blue, if you will.
Yeah, like North Carolina.
Yeah, a baby blue. But nonetheless, 1-0 the count now to number 28, Kai Erlmeyer. Had a great at-bat in the first inning.
Man, that's
now here in the bottom of the fourth, swings and misses. 1-1 count with 1 down. And Buena down by 3, but 2 runners in scoring position. Kai represents the tying run at the plate. High, 2-1. Wind picking up just a little bit. It's kind of calm there for a few minutes, but my umbrella says otherwise. And that is a foul off the first base side.
Got caught up in a sycamore tree over there. No, not sycamore. What are they?
Like a mesquite? Or
yeah, mesquite. I always get mesquite and sycamore mixed up for some reason.
And watches that go high. Throws back to third base.
Gosh.
Oh, no. Number 3 ended up taking that ball in the wrong spot. Shoemaker got hit in an awkward position as he was blocking the ball to make sure it did not get past him.
He'll be okay. Oh, man.
The ball did not get past him, but he'll take a breath and
he knocked it down
and stretch out a little bit, but that will run the count full. Home plate umpire is a gentleman who helps out a lot with the Little League and knows how to just fill some time, kill some time.
He's coughing out some change. Good Lord.
Well, they're just going to let him stretch for a second. And as they do that, again, we'll reset in just a second. It is 10-7. Catalina Foothills over Buena. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on second and third for Buena. And a full count at the plate.
All right.
Still stretching it out.
Yep, got to put body armor on next time. Nice kid, though.
Oh, yeah, super sweet.
Came up and said nice things.
Chatting to us, talking about the wind.
Kid. I hope everything's cool.
So he's staying right on that third base bag. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3. 2 down. In the bottom of the fourth is number 33, Cole Isaacson, comes to the plate for Buena. And number 3 will end up taking a normal position, seated further off the bag, instead of being right on it now with 2 down. And Buena still has runners on second and third. So Cole Isaacson represents the tying run in this game. That's currently sits at 10-7. Buena down by 3. From the stretch, Mims from Catalina. That's a sharp ground ball. Gets scooped up by the shortstop. Throw over to first, safe.
Wow.
Not in time.
Dude.
One will score. It is 10-8. Now the tying run is on first base. The go-ahead run at the plate is number 18, Hunter Herbert, who's had a tough day at the office thus far. Can he make up for it right here, right now, in the bottom of the 4th? Runners on the corners. The pitch.
Oh, geez.
Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. 0-1, 2 down. Buena down by 2. Good hustle. Keeping Buena in this game. Pop foul, out of play. 0-2 with 2 down. Hunter just looking for his pitch.
Yeah.
He can drive one to the gaps, either gap, and end up tying this game. Runner goes. Pitch away, so a stolen base by Cole Isaacson. Now puts 2 runners in scoring position with an 0-2 count. Got to protect the plate. And that's a sharp grounder to the shortstop. Scooped up, throws over to first, and scooped up by the first baseman for the 3rd out. So we head to the top of the 5th inning, but not before Buena gets 2 runs and brings it within 2. It is 10-8 as we head to the top of the 5th, and Catalina Foothills heads to the plate. Thank you again to our sponsors who make this coverage possible. You can see them all in the post description. SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Ended up sponsoring a video earlier today, a check-in with Jeff Davenport that you can see for the 48-hour COCHISE 48-hour film competition. That starts this Friday. Teams of adults and students, there's an adult category and a student category, will vie for some amazing hardware. The trophies, we got to see those in that video. So
beautiful.
If you ended up missing that, by all means, go and check it out, because it is something really cool. And even if you're not interested in filmmaking, but you love watching films, you need to come Sunday night to the award ceremony. All the films will debut, and you will see the judges' choice, who they picked to be the top absolute #1 film, best of show in the COCHISE 48. You can see that on Sunday.
Yeah, if you've got a student that likes making independent films, something that's, between 3 and 7 minutes, or you've got someone that's in your family that just enjoys doing it, all ages are able to join. So this is going to be a lot of fun for the entire community, and this is going to happen from every year going forward. This is a really cool situation.
Speaking of cool situations, Cole Isaacson is on the mound for Buena High School. Number 33 comes in, over. The left-hander. So Austin Cushman's day is done.
He runs back out to, what's that, shortstop? Yeah.
Yeah, Cushman goes to short.
He's an awesome shortstop. Oh my gosh, super quick. Lots of fun to watch. We interviewed him earlier in the season, like I said before. Nice kid. Last year he batted nearly 500, which was, when he told us that, I was like, how do you do that? He's like, we're, a lot of practice. There we go. Already got his scholarship lined up at COCHISE College.
Well, Sam Pitts, former Buena pitcher, is at COCHISE right now. And COCHISE is they see Buena as a good recruiting ground for them, for the baseball program. Coming up to bat, Nate Shoemaker, who we saw at third base, take one to a soft spot just a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah. Poor
He'll
guy.
lead off the top of the 5th. His team leads by 2. That ball goes straight up in the air. First baseman for Buena comes in, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. It's exactly what Buena needs. Cole Isaacson, the new pitcher.
Yes, please. Go ahead, Coach.
I believe that will bring up number 11. Is that right? Is that Gannon?
Yes.
That is Gannon Dwyer, number 11. Thank you. Tough to see with all the dirt on his shirt as this game goes along. Good pitch by Cole Isaacson. 0-1 to the pitcher who pitched the first few innings for Catalina Foothills, Gannon Dwyer. From the stretch. And that is going to be high, high, high. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
That was a fun one. I could not figure where that ball was coming. Right over our heads.
Yeah, we've gotten a little bit of action coming at us here. But again, your job is at all costs to protect that camera.
Absolutely. I've got a soft spot on my forehead with that ball's name on it.
Watches that ball go in the dirt. Goes Gannon Dwyer. Runs the count to 1-2 with 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Catalina Foothills ahead by 2. As he watches that one go in the dirt, that one bounced about a yard in front of the home plate.
Catalina Foothills. They're having a good time in their
You like the noises that they're making?
I love it, man. I love it when people are giving people a hard time. I don't care who it is.
Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the high heat.
Jeez.
Goes down swinging for out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. Catalina Foothills leads by 2 as they bring up. And number 9, Cooper Kruk, coming back to the plate, the 6'2", 200-pound senior. Watch that ball get called a strike off the arm of Cole Isaacson, number 33. Coming in relief, Boston Cushman, who stands, I should say, at shortstop right now. That ball goes in the dirt. How'd the game go over there?
They did awesome.
Buena girls win?
Yeah.
Awesome. What was the score?
Whoa!
15-0. Beautiful job by the Buena softball team. This just in. Talking about our softball team here at Buena High School. Had a big win, 13-0.
Is that the coach? We could interview her. Talk to her.
I don't know. I don't think a coach would be dressed like that.
Are you the coach? Are you the coach?
And a big swing and a strike 3. Cole Isaacson gets his team a 1-2-3 inning for the first time that we have seen. And Buena will come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th, down by 2.
We're checking to see if there's any girls softball coaches that want to be entered, that want to have a little bit of a discussion.
Okay. In the meantime, thank you for watching this game brought to you by the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, and Cochise County, backed by Morse. The Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty, looking to buy or sell your home or land. Make your first call to your real estate experts, the Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. Thank you also to BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, serving our community since 1963. You can see all of our sponsors in the post description. Buena down by 2, looking to make an impact here in the bottom of the 5th as It is 10-8, Catalina Foothills. Great day for baseball. The wind has calmed down just a little bit.
Absolutely stunning. All the families are out here playing ball out on the side. There's, brothers, sisters, cousins out. And it's just perfect weather. Even if it is a little bit windy, it's perfect.
It's not a little windy at times. That wind is kind of swirling up high. It'll whip down here against us on the third base side. We're just, about 15, 20 yards away from the third base dugout where Buena is cheering on number 3, Aaron Cortez. The sophomore comes to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Watches that ball go high.
Thank you. So we will be interviewing the softball coach. She's on her way over right now.
Okay. We'll do that momentarily as we see this pitch, and that is going over the backstop. Should even the count, I believe, at 2-2, or is that 2-1? According to the scoreboard, it is 2-1. Now it's 2-2 with that called strike on the outside part of the plate. Aaron Cortez looking to start something for Buena. Got to do it here. Check swing, foul ball to the backstop. Keeps the count at 2-2. His team down by 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. 10-8. A slobber knocker of a game. 18 runs that we have seen cross the plate with only 1 home run. And that was Bryson Haymore who ended up hitting that home run. But that is a long fly out, the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning. And this will bring up Austin Cushman, the starting pitcher for this game, shifted over to shortstop.
What would
now
be
he's getting
your
some
walkout
advice.
song?
He's getting some advice from Aaron Cortez. Aaron Cortez walked right by him and whispered something to him about maybe something he saw from this pitcher. Doing a sidearm throw is Ari Schiller, the new pitcher for Catalina Foothills. That ball pops straight up, going to the pitcher. Wow, Ari making the catch, rolling over, and bringing it in for the second out. So Buena thinking that they would have some momentum after getting a 1-2-3 inning. They're almost on the verge of a 1-2-3 inning. As Bryson Haymore, we were just talking about him, in a game that has seen 18 runs cross the plate, only 1 was a home run. And it was a solo shot by Bryson Haymore. Watches the first pitch go in the dirt outside, 1-0. Nobody on, 2 down, bottom of the 5th. That's a great pitch there, great breaking pitch.
Yeah, that looked like just a awesome changeup right there. It was
interesting motion by Ari from Catalina Foothills. The pitcher has kind of almost like a sidearm, a modified sidearm.
Yeah, 3/4, I'd say.
Yeah, so not a straight overhand power pitcher, but that ball's got a lot of movement. And that ball gets stuck in the backstop.
There we go.
Such momentum and force in the right spot. It'll probably get knocked out the next time the ball gets hit back that way. Bryson reaching out, staying alive. Full count, 2 down. Again, the only home run in this game was hit about 420 feet by Bryson Haymore.
Yeah, that was a huge shot.
And that one goes high to right field. Right fielder comes underneath, and back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings, or half innings, I should say, And that will take us to the 6th. The score remains 10-8. Catalina Foothills will come to the plate in the top of the 6th momentarily. And as we wait for that, we will thank our sponsors. Thank you so much to Copper Queen Community Hospital with locations in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas. For all your healthcare needs for you and your family, you can trust everyone over at Copper Queen Community Hospital. Thank you also to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. For all of your landscaping needs, you can trust our good friends, Damon, Marie, the entire Trejo family and team at Grasshopper Landscaping. And thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista at 999 East Fry Boulevard, now open Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please check the post description for all of our sponsors. And when you see these folks in the community, be sure to thank them. Give them a handshake, give them a high five, and say, hey, thank you for sponsoring the award-winning Cool FM sports broadcast, making these possible. It's Jeff Davenport and John Berger. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Buena is down 10-8 to this very, very strong Catalina Foothills team. That will lead off with number 7, Jacob Bergthold, 6-foot senior, coming to the plate. As they lead off, does Catalina Foothills here in the top of the 6th. On this St. Patrick's Day, hope everyone was enjoying their green today, getting their green on. I know a lot of places were having St. Patrick's Day parades. Tombstone had a St. Patrick's Day parade on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
It was the Wild Wild West parade, or the Wild West Days parade, technically.
Yep.
But it happens right around St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh, that one's coming this direction.
Yep, it is.
Here we go, here we go. Are you kidding me?
Did it break the phone?
No, it's alive.
Yeah,
One shot, I know, right?
John, move the friggin' camera.
I got the ball.
Well, Tom's going to have to buy a new.
No. Here we go. We're back live.
He didn't plug us in so we could be heard.
Now that's an action shot right there.
I got the ball.
You sure?
Yeah.
You better check it and make sure.
Oh, I know we're live. Sound is on.
Well, double check us live and make sure that
Yeah.
the camera didn't break anything.
I'll show you.
Other than that, it's 0-2.
We're doing good.
Are we heard? Can you hear us? Leave us some love in the live chat if you can hear us.
Tell Todd to get us a new camera.
I only paid $300 for these microphones and that little thing that's plugged in right now. So, and I did not get baseball insurance on that, John.
Shoot. Everything looks
Could
good.
we be heard? I'm sorry. I saw it, but you just double check. Just listen real quick. It's 1-2 the count to number 7, Jacob Bergthold, who has something against our. Okay. Who has something against our broadcast. What did we do to you, Jacob? That's all I'm asking.
We've been fair across the board. Come on, man.
As balanced as we can be. In a very close game, competitive game, 10-8. Jacob leading off.
That's got to go on the highlight reel.
That ball goes up in the air to shallow right field. Right fielder comes in, scoops it up. Gets it out of the air, 1 down. Cole Isaacson on the mound for Buena. And that will bring up number 2, Brady's Young. Brady's had a good day at the plate for Catalina Foothills. We'll see how that continues with this at-bat.
I got to text Todd and Dan. They got to look for that as a highlight.
Yeah,
that was
top
incredible.
of the 6th. Yeah, tell them to look in the top of the 6th. As John did not do his job, the only job he has to protect that. Check swing, bouncer, throws down to first. Beautiful job by Cole. Cole Isaacson making the run up, getting the ball, planting, turning, and getting that out thrown to first. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Buena still down by 2, but Catalina Foothills not out of this inning just yet. I'll send up number 4, Bryce Wiege. The 6-foot senior comes to the plate for the Falcons of Catalina Foothills. who have put up 10 runs in this game, looking for more here in the top of the 6th. Be sure to watch Cool FM Live tomorrow because we will be having an interview with the Buena head coach here for the baseball program.
Ooh,
That
golly.
pitch, that ball goes to left center. Center fielder calls it. The left fielder almost got right in his way, but instead, center fielder gets it, and it is a 1-2-3 inning. Now we're back to back. 1, 2, 3 half innings, I should say. Score remains 10-8. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Time is running out for Buena. Will they be able to take advantage of the situation? Get some runners on. Get some runs across the plate. Tie up this game. Take a lead in this game before it is too late. Thank you so much to our sponsors like Aloe Fiber. Visit aloefiber.com to learn more about the Aloe Fiber difference and become a fiber fan, now available in Sierra Vista. Thank you to Right Way Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County. Thank you also to SoCi, soci.com. Every play, every pass, every goal, every hit, challenge accepted. They're backing our favorite Cochise County teams because together we are unstoppable. Visit soci.com. And thank you to American Southwest Credit Union, serving Southern Arizona. If you live or work here, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
Well, something did break. It was my cable broke.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, well. Cables can be replaced pretty quickly. See how it's...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well,
that can be fixed or replaced. I've got a...
the athletic director's right there. Just have him pay for it. Just say,
He owes
Cole,
me.
we need $10.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way of getting me kicked out.
Cole, you owe us $10. Swing and a miss by Buena's number 10, Angel Olivares. And just like that, it's 0-2 with foul tip back to the backstop. That goes high and away. 1-2 the count. Buena down by 2. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Buena with only 6 outs left to try to tie up this game. Get some runs across the plate. Swing and a miss. The changeup. Filthy changeup by Ari Schiller. The 5'11 senior for Catalina Foothills throws that changeup that was absolutely disastrous. Looking for the fastball. Ended up getting the changeup. Strikeout. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Which will bring up Brandon Brown, 5'11 senior. Watches strike 1 go by. Called strike 1 at the knees. So the pitchers are really taking over here in the later innings.
Oh, it's just like you said, definitely Catalina puts up more runs in the first 2 innings, and that is what happened.
But they were scoring all the way up to the 4th. And now it's been quiet since then. But a quiet 5th inning. And now bottom of the 6th with 1 down, 1 ball, 1 strike to number 13. Brandon Brown, he hits that foul toward the first base dugout, 1-2. And that goes off of a foot, I believe, fouled. So count remains 1-2 with 1 down, nobody on. Umpire will clean off home plate. Gives everybody a second to take a breath. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Buena, 5 outs left to try to make an impact, try to dent into that 2-run lead. All they need is 2 to tie. Sometimes easier said than done. They put up 5 in the first. Got out to a huge start. But Catalina Foothills came back with a vengeance. And stays in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, getting a foul to the backstop. So Brandon hanging in there, the 5'11 senior. That goes in the dirt, runs the count full. Good eye, double B. Ari with the windup and the pitch. And that is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Brandon did not pull the trigger, and that ended up being the K that Ari got the call on. 2 down.
Where did that coach go?
As number 27 comes to the plate, Whitworth for Buena. Another 5'11 senior. Takes a shot to third base. Scooped up. Beautifully played by number 3, Nate Shoemaker. Scooped, thrown across the entire field, and it is 3 up, 3 down. And we head to the 7th here at Coppola Fields. Buena will take the field, and I believe it appears that Cole Isaacson will stay on the mound for the Colts. He's done a good job these last few innings. If he can keep it up and give Buena a chance in the bottom of the 7th. We have talked about our sponsors the entire game. Thank you to SSVEC, the MORSE Automotive Group, the Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty, BARNETT'S Towing and Propane, Copper Queen Community Hospital all across Cochise County. You can see all of our sponsors in the post description. Thank you to each and every one of those businesses that help make this coverage possible. Jeff Davenport and John Berger with you here at Coppola Field in Sierra Vista, Arizona, home of the Buena High School Fighting Colts as they are in the field for the top of the 7th inning. They're down by 2. Catalina Foothills was down and then tied and then was down by 1 and then has never looked back since, leading 10-8. 18 runs across home plate. Only 1 home run in this game. So a lot of base hits, a lot of doubles. We've seen a triple. Good hit and runs. Some good quality baseball here.
That beautiful home run. Oh, man. 400-something yards. Man, it was...
Well, 400 feet, but not yards.
Oh, yeah, right. It was a full country mile as far as I'm considered.
So coming to the plate is the pitcher, Ari Schiller. And you can hear the pirate-sounding Catalina Foothills team in their dugout saying, Ari.
That softball coach might have snuck past us.
Well, I'm sure we'll meet up with them again soon and be able to talk to them about their team. So the Buena softball team won 13-0. As their counterparts, the boys baseball team down 10-8 here in the top of the 7th. It still says the 6th inning on the scoreboard, but it is the top of the 7th. 0-2 count. Cole Isaacson gets the strikeout, and the ball was in the dirt, so they'll throw to first base for good measure. Pass ball put out at first. 1 down in the top of the 7th. And this brings up number 13 for Catalina, Alec Olivas. Olivas watches that ball go in the dirt. It's interesting that the third base coach is not even making a call right now, not even telling the batters what to do, as he's been doing that during this game.
Yeah.
Shot to left field. Left fielder going back, but makes it. Catches it before the warning track. 2 down. Way to scope that ball out of the air, find it, track it, get in the right position, and make the catch. 2 down. I'm pretty sure they're watching us because they did switch it to the 7th inning on the scoreboard.
Good.
After I mentioned it still said the
Good.
6th. So they must be watching. Thank you guys for watching. The scoreboard operators here at Coppola Field at Buena High School. They're doing a great job today.
Yeah.
They're keeping me in line. I couldn't do it without that scoreboard. I mean, we're outside. I'm standing. I have nothing to write with. I got an umbrella in one hand. I got my notes in the other hand.
I'm bringing a clipboard next time. I've got one in the car.
Nah, clipboards that's okay. It's fine. I'm used to all the indoor sports that we've been doing these last few months. So.
I know.
I mean, even from football games, I'm in the booth.
Yeah.
So I'm able to spread out my notes. Beautiful pitch.
That's something I'm not familiar with. Football indoors. Oh, that'd be nice. I think we've done 1 game, 2 games indoors. The championship game for ALA. Or was that Breen? I'm sorry, Breen.
And watches that go in the dirt. 2-1 the count. For number 21.
Final inning.
Alec Leyva. Yep, top of the 7th. Catalina Foothills looking for some insurance runs.
Jeez.
That ball goes straight up in the air, shadowed by the first baseman. It cannot make the catch. It was in foul territory, though. Not able to lock in and find that ball. Some confusion, miscommunication between the two Buena athletes, the first baseman and the second baseman, causes that possible third out to slip right through their fingers. 2-1 the count to Leyva at the plate. Cole Isaacson on the mound for Buena, the lefty from the stretch. That punches it, coming in, and gets it for the third out. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. It is go time or no time for the Colts as they're down by 2. Will they be able to tie up this game, send it to extra innings, or come away with a great win? Tonight, they need 3 runs to win, 2 runs to tie. As they head to the bottom of the 7th, we will thank our fantastic sponsors, Grasshopper Landscaping, Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, Aloe Fiber, Right Way, Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Electrical, SOSI, and ASCU, American Southwest Credit Union. Learn more about all of those sponsors in the post description. Will we get some bonus baseball? Will there be a big, exciting win by Buena? Time will tell, but Catalina Foothills is 3 outs away from their 7th win of this season. As I get my notes back in order, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with us. If you're a fan of baseball, this is going to be your favorite time of year. Let us know who your favorite professional team is in the live chat.
I know it's a bunch of Mariner fans out there. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, nobody's perfect, John. So,
you know, my favorite time of year is watching the San Diego Padres versus the Mariners. I love those interleague games. But I'm going to get tickets to the Mariners versus the Diamondbacks here pretty soon.
Are they going to face off against each other?
Yeah.
AL versus in the interleague play?
Yeah, April. So I'm looking forward to that.
Kai Erlmeyer at the plate for Buena, the leadoff hitter here in the 7th. And we got to make sure this game gets complete because they do stop games for light.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there are no lights here at Coppola Field.
Oh.
Big swing, big cut, evens the count, 2-2.
You
here
can
in the bottom of the 7th.
Cooling off super quick, can't you?
It's already down to 73.
Yeah.
It started at 78 degrees. That popped straight up in the air. The catcher throws his mask away, looking, finds it, scouts it through the swirling winds up above to get the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. And now Cole Isaacson, who's done a great job in relief pitching, is at the plate. Watches the first pitch, called strike, 0-1. That's a pretty good heat there off that three-quarter sidearm hybrid throwing style of Ari for Catalina Foothills. And that will go right on top of the Buena dugout, bouncing out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun comes back into play, so the sun is setting, but it is in the face of those on second base, first base, right field, and Cole is a left-handed hitter. So Cole thought that was ball 4. It was actually ball 3. Runs the count full. Hangs in there with a foul. Good swing.
Both benches coming alive.
Well, it's the bottom of the 7th. It is go time or no time. With 1 down, a full count. Nobody on for Cole Isaacson. Done a great job in relief. Woo! And he punches one up in the air to left field, literally right at the left fielder. 2 outs. Buena down to their final out here in the bottom of the 7th. As the head coach comes over to have a chat, or the coach comes over to have a chat with the umpire, and I believe that is number 5 coming to bat, Alex Jackson Jr. Is that number 5? It looks like a number 5. Thank you. So Jackson will come to the plate. Buena's last chance here to get a runner on board and then bring the tying run to the plate. But with 2 outs and a pitcher, Ari Schiller, doing a great job for Catalina Foothills. Good defense by Catalina Foothills as well. Jackson watches the first ball go by. Called strike, 0-1. Fouls it back to the backstop. Buena down to their last strike. In this game tonight, as we're at about 6:10 in Sierra Vista, Arizona. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Schiller gets the called strike 3, and that is the ball game. The final score here at Coppola Fields, Catalina Foothills 10, Buena High School 8. Catalina Foothills improves to 7-2. Buena falls to 7-4. Catalina's next game will be Wednesday the 19th at Sunnyside. Buena's next game will be the same day, Wednesday the 19th at Vista Grande. On behalf of John Berger, I'm Jeff Davenport. Thank you for watching the award-winning Cool FM Sports tonight. Thankfully, the foul ball did not completely destroy our broadcast. We're grateful for that. Grateful for you watching. Grateful for all of our sponsors. Thank you to Todd Ryan as well. Have a great night, everybody, and stay tuned because we will be talking to the head baseball coach at Buena tomorrow during an installment of Coach's Corner. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned to Cool FM Live for all of the latest news, sports, information affecting us here in Cochise County and all around the world. We'll talk to you soon, everybody. Have a great night.